Hello gang, and welcome to the 8th round of the RFC Division 1 Championship. I am very tired and would like to not be here, but here we are guys. I literally woke up from this about like 10 minutes ago. I am extremely tired. I'd much rather be sleeping, but here we are. I don't know what to say. You join us. It's okay. Mons cannot control the ads today. Yeah, it is a sprint weekend this time, so we're going to be seeing two short qualies, and this is the sprint quali. So, as Wave's rounding through the final corner, Dylan sets the fastest lap by 5 tenths over Trixie. We'll see what Wave can do. Wave was matching Trixie through this lap as he crosses the line, and he goes P3 there, just behind Trixie. And that was a good lap for Wave. Next across the line, I believe, is Reuben Parker, the race winner last time out, as he goes up into P5. He was in the McLaren last time, to be fair to him. As Alex Mills trying to do something, goes up into P2. That is a great lap for him. And Rio Harris, and also, Rio Harris. Now his final race for the Ferrari, as he crosses the line, goes up into P2. That is a great lap for him. But yeah, Rio celebrating his a season and a half with Ferrari, and up to 2 seasons if you think about the time before with the when it was joint with Sauber, when he was part of that team, and he is leaving the team at mid-season. And of course, after this race tonight, the transfer window opens, and for the next 2 weeks there are going to be about 1 million transfers between every single team, as Slava there goes up into P3. He was looking pretty good on the lead up. He mentioned some laps that he'd been doing, and he looked very, very quick. Next across the line is going to be, I think it's one of the Red Bulls. Might be Rambo as he crosses the line, and he can only go P13, so that is a poor lap for him. We'll watch I believe Nisev is next across the line. He has been very, very good this season. Nothing special in previous seasons, really. But this season he has turned it up, and he is now looking pretty fast, fighting Elias, who isn't here today, fighting him in the championship. In the Red Bull instead, as Nisev runs towards the line. It's a full purple lap, and he goes fastest by just about a tenth over Dylan. That is a great lap, as his teammate comes into the pits, and Paul then comes into the pits as well. So these two haven't set laps yet. Van Bergen rocking the pink racing balls. That is beautiful, isn't it? That is really beautiful. As we are now coming to that stage, we are less than 5 minutes remaining, and we are waiting for everyone to start coming out again for their final laps. As you can see there, it was very close between him and Dylan over that lap, but Nisev over the course of the lap, that sector 2 gained him the most amount of time. So yep, and he takes a provisional pole in this sprint race. Sprint quali is so quick, really. I never really think. But we look now to Rio Harris. Of course, championship fight in the Ferrari last season, and then he committed himself to staying for another. But after a lot of rumours, he has announced that he is going to be leaving the Scarlet Red Ferrari at mid-season, and he will be going elsewhere. Where that will be, we aren't sure. But currently sat in P3, we'll want to go out with a bang for Ferrari. Has had a pretty lacklustre season as well so far, with his best performance being, I think, a P4. So really does need something this evening to bring some joy into this last race for the team. As he rounds through the final corner. Martin, go away, man. Oh, that's Bryn, never mind. My bad. As Rio rounds to start his lap. He has enough time for another lap after this. Oh, of course, there's always one that doesn't do the telemetry, as Rio gets fastest in Sector 1. So it's looking good for him so far, as he had a little bit of traffic. A lot of people starting to come out of the pits as well. Still a couple people in the pits now, as Porgs there sets the fastest first sector. So we'll try and run on with him, as Rio is again fastest in Sector 2. It's about half a tenth quicker than Nisev at the moment, as there is currently a little just thing with the leaderboard. We'll try and refresh that at some point, but it doesn't really... Oh, it's because people are all on weird hour laps. As Rio towards the line, it's been a good lap so far. He goes top of the table by about just under a tenth there. Now, Porgs was on a great lap as well, as he rounds through the final corner fastest in Sector 1. It's only green in the middle sector, but we'll see where he can put the Alpine team, who really need something good this weekend, as he goes up into P4. That is a good lap for him, with Alex Mills sat in P7 at the moment. That is looking pretty good for them. Next across the line, I believe, is going to be Adam, who I think is actually on a lap. No, he's not. He's green and green, though. Oh, he hasn't set a lap. Nice one, mate. So we'll try and hop onto someone who's on a lap. It's going to be quite difficult to kind of filter through everyone, as Dylan there sets the fastest Sector 1. We'll watch on with him, as he could fight for pole position here in the McLaren. And Trixie beating him as well. So there are lots of people here who are in this fight for pole. Rio might need to do another lap yet, as Dylan's a little bit down on Rio in that second sector, so needs a good third sector to put himself onto pole position. As Senor Ghost there goes up into P7 in the Sauber. Danny's Vort, I believe that is ahead of him. I'm not sure. As Dylan crosses the line, he goes fastest by a tenth and a half. A great last sector there. Improved by about a tenth. As Alex Mills there goes up into P4. Next one is Rambo. No, it's Daniel, sorry. Only P17. Trixie up to P2. That is a great lap for him. Porgs is invalid, so won't finish another lap. Who is that coming around the final corner? Okay, he stopped, and it's the other guy. As Adam towards the line, he can only go P16 in that Red Bull, so that's a poor lap from him. As Jones there goes up into P4. Danny Zvor can only manage P6 there in the Ferrari, as Van Bergen goes up into P10. And I'm trying to pick up on people. There's everyone doing laps, as Parker there towards the line, he goes P8. The Red Bull of Nisev. Nisev takes pole position. Sorry, didn't even realise that he was diminishing. But Rio's coming across the line. He can't improve on his lap. But Slava will not be next across the line. Dylan next across the line. Nope. So Slava needs to improve by quite a little bit here if he wants to challenge Nisev for pole position. As currently it looks like Nisev might have this sealed, as Daniel goes P16. Slava crosses the line. It's only good enough for P2, and Nisev will take pole position here, unless I don't know, some random can beat, as they start to finish coming across the line. And I think that is Nisev pole position here by a tenth and a half. That is a good lap for him. Again, he really is in the championship fight with Elias, because Elias has missed a couple rounds here. He really is closing. It's quite fun. And we are done. And that is the first part of the sprint weekend, all done and dusted, and we wait for the sprint. But there is a confirmation of the results there, with Nisev topping the table. Rio with a good lap near the end, but only managed to put himself P5. Trixie again doing mad things in that Racing Bulls car, really is carrying the team. And I will just take that away as we scroll down a little bit, just to see the bottom ends, and Adam there really poor for Red Bull. That is a bad lap, and Simon is the person who hasn't done telemetry. I didn't think that. And now we wait. I was very much enjoying my slumber, my sleep. It was very nice, I can't lie. But I kept like kind of dozing off, and then like it was kind of bad because it was like I'd doze off for a little bit, and then I'd wake back up like and think about it and be like, oh, I need to. I think I last looked at my like clock at like 5, and was like, yeah, I was like, oh, maybe I need to make sure that I set an alarm for 7, didn't, and then I literally woke up at 1:45 and was like, oh, whoops, not my best, as we get underway for the sprint formation lap, and be interesting to see. There's a mix of tyres, to be fair, and we'll have a look at the weather forecast, and currently it's looking overcast for the whole session. So that is looking pretty nice. Simon did the telemetry straight away. That is beautiful. As Nisev leads us round on the mediums. I think the other day I only was able to watch Div 3. But I think the hards on the sprint was a lot better. It's kind of like Austria where when Kai started on it. But yeah, I mean, yeah. This is how it goes. This could be the last time we see a lot of these drivers in these teams as well, which is kind of cool to think about, because well, it always shakes up the order a little bit. We saw Racing Bulls go from having Bryn and Alex to having nobody, and Bryn and Alex then went to McLaren, and then they won the constructors and the drivers. So yeah, I mean, anything can happen in this phase of the season. We are now more than midway through, but luckily we have 2 weeks off over Christmas and New Year's, which will be good for everybody to relax a little bit. Maybe just stop thinking about RFC, because we all need to stop thinking about RFC. As Simon in the Williams surely has been told about their financial situation and the fact that they cannot afford a DNF at all, including in the sprint. We'll see how it goes, but we are getting ready to go underway as we wait for the lights to go on. As there we are to 5 red lights. And we are underway now for the Zandvoort sprint race. It's a good start from nice one, Slava in the other McLaren, putting a little bit of pressure on his teammate, but it looks all nice and tidy through turn 1. Everyone making it through. Nisev holding on to the lead. There's a bit of an incident further back with the Saubers. One Sauber dropping fully all the way back to the end. Nisev already starting to pull a huge gap to the cars behind us. The 2 Ferraris are side by side there. Maybe that's Rio being put under a little bit of pressure as we have a little look there. Yeah, Rio under a lot of pressure as waves drop down quite a little bit, as well, that was a nice and clean and tidy. No, one of the McLarens is off. Dylan is off and wide, and he's dropping down the order. There's polystyrene everywhere from Alex Mills just twatting one of the boards, and Dylan really struggling here in this early phase, just running wide in sector 2, as we now need to reset the thing a little bit, and I just reset everything because I don't know. And Trixie is up to P3 in the Racing Bulls. That is crazy already, as in the lead you can see Slava putting a little bit of pressure on Nisev, but Nisev did have a great start here, as Aiden Jones is putting a little bit of pressure into turn 1 down the inside of Trixie. Make sure there's no contact. We saw a lot of that in Div 2 last night. They're side by side as they come through into turn 2, and Aiden Jones there takes the position away from Trixie. and moves up into the podium spot, but there is a 1.2 second gap ahead to the leaders as they are starting. Well, they did pull that little bit of a gap as Beatnik is into the pits already, so did suffer damage in that first couple laps, that first lap incident that we saw the Saubers involved in, as Danny is all over the back at the moment of the Racing Bulls. Runs a little bit wide actually as I'm speaking about it, and now is under pressure from his teammate as they've dropped very heavily back, and now Rio is under pressure from the Williams down the inside. It's oh my god, nice. Bradley trying to hold the move on Rio, little bit of contact, and the McLaren's going to squeeze through and head up into P6 for Bradley. That's a great move on Rio. Rio really being kind of pushed down by his teammate. As into turn one, Slava trying to move around the outside. He's going to try and hold it into turn one. That is not going to work as the exit of the corner, but he is putting so much pressure on Nisev in this early part of the sprint race. And there's a yellow flag further back. That's Rambo round. As Slava is really pushing along Nisev at the moment. And another yellow flag. Rambo round again. Does this guy want to stay on track? As Slava and Nisev at the moment still pulling a little bit away from Aiden Jones in third place. It's not too much, but it's still... No, I didn't, Halas. I'm not having Martin in the comms. Nothing against Martin. I love him, really. As Rambo is round again. I mean, what is this guy doing? As Slava rounds the final corner, he had a good chance into turn one last lap. Is he going to be able to make the same kind of move? He's going to pull to the outside again. Nisev, oh, squeezes him onto the grass, and Slava still tries to go for it. And he spins round into the gravel, and he's lost a couple positions. That was silly from Slava. Maybe a little bit of contact from Nisev, but Slava making that little bit of mistake and just ending up in the gravel. I don't know whose fault that was, really. I don't think that Slava should have gone for a move around the outside 2 times in a row, but I'm sure that that will be looked at as now Nisev is all in a league of his own, 2 seconds clear of the rest of the field. And Rambo retires. Classic. It's a good thing that you know, like, it's a good thing Haas aren't in like financial difficulties. Andrew, I don't have the replay mod thing. It didn't work for me. I don't know why. It just didn't. Just have to wait until the end of the race, I guess. As currently Rio Harris really struggling in this DRS train at the moment. As Slava's gone wide again and he's just hit the wall. I don't know why he's done that, but he's just got caught on the curb and ended up in the wall. Aiden Jones putting a lot of pressure, on Trixie at the moment, who actually, Trixie is up into P2. So he's overtaken, words. Nice. Aiden Jones back up into P2. Now maybe the hard tyres starting to feel a bit better. I mean, the tyre wear percentage is very similar, to be honest, so I wouldn't really be expecting that. That is, yeah, a bit strange, as Rio Harris is still struggling to get past the Williams at the moment. Brad is doing a great job in this Williams, as now he's under pressure, from... he's actually not under pressure, he's pressurising Aiden Jones, who really does seem to be struggling. We literally watched the tyre wear a couple seconds ago. He isn't struggling with tyres. This is his pace. He's really struggling to keep with Trixie. And now he's dropped out of the DRS and he's got 3 cars behind him, all lining up to overtake. One being his teammate, the other being a Williams and a Ferrari. So he could lose a couple positions here as we head down towards turn 1. Are we going to see a move? Rio Harris making a move on Bradley. They're 3 wide into turn 1. Bradley makes the move on Aiden Jones. Aiden Jones loses 2 positions, and Rio Harris there has to move down into 5th place, and now Wave gets past his teammate as well. So in the space of one corner, one straight, Aiden Jones has just gone down 3 positions, and yeah, that's I mean, that was coming. That lap, you could really see it. Aiden was really struggling as Bradders moves up into P5, but I think he's starting to slip away from Rio a little bit here, so he's going to be under pressure from Wave as he loses the rear a little bit there as well. He is now out of the DRS of Rio, so he's going to be struggling down the straight in towards turn 1. We're around halfway through this sprint race so far, and it has been rather packed as Wave sets up a move on Bradders. This should be a clean and easy pass as Bradders moves to the inside and just lets him through. Danny and Trixie having a little fight here for P2. Danny gets the move done. That was a beautiful move from himself. We just was able to catch that a little bit there. As wow, the two McLarens really falling off there from P2 to P3. P2 and P3, sorry, to P11, P14. I'm so tired, man. I just like completely forgot what I was talking about. And these hard runners now starting to look a bit better off with Wave setting the fastest sector 1 there. It does kind of seem like the hard tyres is the best one to be on right now. As it's up Porgs making a little move. Oh, there's a bit of contact there between Porgs and Slava. Slava just swiping into him. I think Slava's head is a little bit gone here as he's now ghosted, because of course he would be. He has got damage, so we have to remember that as well. So Slava down in P17 now is because of that damage that he sustained from just going into a wall. As Trixie moves back up into P2, and I think Danny may have been slowing him down a little bit to help rear Harris in this fight. And I think there you go, he makes the switch, and now Rio's up into 3rd. As further back there's a yellow flag. I'm not sure who that is. It's Aiden Jones. It's what? What? Okay, right. There's Alex Mills with no front wing as well. I'm not sure what's going on, but Aiden Jones has now just slowed down to the back of the field for absolutely no reason. Right. Okay. As Slava did retire in that little phase as well, but very strange for Aiden to just slow down. Okay, well, whatever, it's fine. As we head on board with Rio, who could really have a good chance here on Trixie into turn 1. He's got a decent amount of battery. He's going to need it into turn 1, as I don't think this time he's close enough, so he's going to have to stick behind the Racing Bulls driver for another lap. Dylan moves up into P7 after that early spin on lap 1. So a good recovery drive from him. As Rio looking very close to Trixie, but just not close enough to be able to make a move. And through this section, you cannot make a real move. And Aiden Jones is now retired. I mean, yep, so did Alex Mills as well. Just to add to good measure, Alpine are a little bit financial. Like they're struggling a little bit. There's a big snap there from Rio. As we head round there now towards the middle of the lap. I don't even know what I'm on about. Vortex, they get 50% for inactivity because they're inactive, so they get money back, so it's fine. It works like that with everyone. As we head on to lap 10, it's looking like Rio's going to be able to make the move round the outside. He's going to leave the space. Trixie's going to fight it down the inside, but Rio just has the better grip on the outside on the normal line and takes P2 away. And that is looking pretty good. Bradders has fallen down to 10th, by the way. Not sure when that happened. I guess we just missed it. And Adam is up to P6. That is insane. Considering he started P18, that is insane. Fair play. There are lots of good drives going on today in this race. So we could be, we are we're seeing some really good drives from people. And this is just the sprint race, so of course we've got to watch all of this over again at some point. Now, Wave has joined this fight for what is P2 at the moment, but I think Rio's starting to pull a little bit of a gap here. So it's kind of looking like Trixie may be under pressure from Trixie, as that gap between Nisev and Harris is falling quite a lot. Nisev on the mediums, so he would be. Bradders is now P14, so something terrible, like something awful's gone up with Bradders. Also, Beatnik's been last for the entire race from the early stop. As Danny just trying to hold on here on those medium tyres. I'm guessing that the tyre wear for him, yeah, 72%. When you think about it, it's going to be bad as Bradders comes into the pits with a 10-second time penalty for good measure. And I'm really hoping he doesn't retire, because that would, yeah, that would be very bad. He's gone to T-Inters, okay, we can accept that. As Danny is now out of the DRS of Trixie, and is now under pressure from Wave. And I mean, it seems like Nisev should be okay for another lap. He has been losing quite a lot of time, but I think if he had one more lap, he would lose the win. However, I think with the current positions and lap, I reckon Nisev should be okay. One man that's not going to be okay is definitely going to be Danny, who is going to be overtaken by Wave as he storms down the inside there into turn 1 and takes P4. As Adam actually fighting Dylan, little bit of contact there into turn 1. It feels like there's like drops of rain, but there's not. There's drops of rain. Yeah. That's interesting. As Dylan trying to stick with Adam, trying to put a little move in again. So we are on the final lap, but it is a sprint race, so they don't need to push. As now, look at the gap between Nisev and Rio. It has dropped to just below a second, but looking at it now, yeah, I don't know. The 10-second that Bradley has got has actually just charged them for Williams that money, so yeah, that's funny. He's still in the pits apparently, but I'm not sure what's going on there. But Nisev rounds the final corner. He has led the majority of this race. I've just put the pole position graphic on. That is not the right graphic. Nisev comes across the line to win the sprint race here in Zandvoort. Second place goes to Rio, and third place, another beautiful race for Trixie. That really is something to come in the race. Adam with a great recovery drive there, P18 to P6. That is insane. As now we look at Beatnik, who has been last the entire time. Bradders is finally out of here. Yeah, Beatnik, sorry. I mean, he must have had the most boring race ever. He pit lap 1, I think it was, from damage. Hasn't been anywhere since. Poor guy, man. Bradders came into the pits, I think, to serve his 10-second. That's very good. And there you go. We have had everyone cross the line. We're just waiting for Bradders. I'm sure that he'll have a better race in the main race. But there we go. We just wait now for Bradders to cross the line. Everything's all set for what could be a very, very good race as Bradders slots into. He does a little bit of donuts. Does a couple donuts. That's fine. I mean, yeah, as he's chilling on the inters, he crosses the line. Yeah, we must remember that there could be penalties by the end of the race, because I think there was a couple moments in that one where there was potential for a couple penalties. So there you go, as we see the top 10 and the rest, and then we go across to the race director just for a little. Not many, actually. Not many at all. Hopefully we shouldn't get many people get 3 seconds. But Nisev, his advantage with him at the moment, he's saved a set of the hards as well for the race if he's gone for the harder allocation. So he actually has 2 hard tyres ready for the race. If he wants to do a 2-stop, he has got the ability to. So that is advantage him, really. He is really in a... Everyone on the mediums is maybe sacrifice the sprint because 8 points means nothing. But, yep, as we load into quali and it's very sunny. There we go. So, we are now into quali. Of course, the second short qualifying now, which will set the grid for the main race. We've got about 18 minutes of qualifying, so means I can sit on my phone for like 5. Porgs will be the first one to do a lap. Nice. We will get Bryn join for the main race. So yep, no Edward, which is very strange. I thought we would have seen Edward. Actually, rumours around him as well, staying at Aston, is questionable at the moment. I think most of the Aston drivers, to be fair, are in questionable positions. But, of course, Edward coming off from like a race win at Austria is kind of hot property, really. And I've heard a couple teams are scouting him. Will he leave Aston Martin, or will he stay for the British team? And so who knows? Who knows, man? It should be quite an interesting transfer window, and I'm sure that we'll see about maybe 3 moves, and then that'll be it in Div 1. Nah. As Porgs sets the first lap, starts the first lap. Nice one, mate. Jesus Christ, I am like, phew. Also, Mons fixed his PC somehow. It didn't really fix, it just kind of fixed itself after it like died last night during Div 2. So that was fun. And we had to get Aidan Jones to stream, I believe, and that's very appreciated. As Porgs, it was a pretty nice and tidy Sector 1. Seems like a pretty nice and tidy Sector 2. So far, as the Haas stays out the way, and now he has 1 Ferrari in his way, and this has been a pretty nice lap so far for him. As he rounds through, the Ferrari gets out the way. That's I believe Danny, and he rounds the final corner. We'll see whereabouts he goes. Of course he's going to go top, but it's more about the lap time as he crosses the line, and it is a 9.0. That's not too bad. As Rio is on a lap now. Can't beat Porgs in the first sector. So Porgs has done a pretty solid lap there if he's struggling. We'll see Senor goes across the line first, as he's currently about just under a 10th down on Porgs at the moment. So Rio needs a good last sector to get up into the top position. As he rounds the final corner, the banking and towards the line, and he only goes P2 there, struggling to get closer to Porgs. Porgs has done a pretty good first run there to keep it ahead of Rio. As we look on with Bradders. No, we won't. We'll look at Danny, who's just set the fastest second sector. And I think that's Parker getting out the way. As Danny rounds through the final. Oh, he's made contact and he's just got on the grass. And that is an end of his lap. Luckily, he hasn't retired there. That could have been a lot worse. And there we go. As Bradders towards the line. It's been a pretty good lap so far. He goes up into P3, which is pretty much last. Rambo goes up into P4. Aiden Jones seems to be on a pretty good lap so far as he comes towards the line. Can he beat Porgs? He can. Goes a tenth and a half quicker and he is up into provisional pole position. Thought Nisev was on a lap, so we'll watch Nisev, the sprint race winner. Purple in Sector 1, purple in Sector 2. He got pole in the sprint as well. So he has done... He very clearly is very good here as he comes across the line and is about, what's that, 2.5 tenths quicker. And he goes up into provisional pole position. Rio starting another lap here. As Reuben Parker, as Wave retires from the session. He's P8. Oh, he has a quali ban. He has a quali ban. Okay, guys, it's fine. As Parker comes towards the line in the Aston Martin, crosses there and goes up into P5. So, oh, nice. As Simon there goes up into P6 in the Williams. Next one is Van Bergen. No, nice. Dylan starting a lap. Bryn is in. That's good. We'll watch Van Bergen in the middle sector. As he had an okay. I love that racing ball. The only thing I wish is that they change the colour on the icons on the map, because like I feel like it would just be nicer as a pink, but I understand why they wouldn't, because it doesn't do that anyway. But yeah, it just I don't know. Be easier for me to see. As Van Bergen comes towards the line, where can he put the racing balls? He goes up into P6. That is pretty good. Rio improves his lap, goes up into P3. So ahead of Porgs finally, as Adam starts his lap. Nisev probably coming into the pits now. I think a lot of people should be starting to come into the pits. As Dylan currently green in Sector 1 and 2. No one can really quite match those sectors from Nisev. As he rounds the final corner, and this is where Rio's been the strongest. Can he overthrow that? And where will this lap put him? I'm reckoning P4. P3 goes ahead of Rio, and that is a good lap for him. Next one to cross the line, I believe, is going to be Adam, who's in the middle sector at the moment, but I think he's going slowly. Yeah, he's warming up his tyres a little bit. As Alex Mills on a lap. So we'll watch him. He has Danny Zvor ahead of him. Alex had a pretty good sprint race quali. And DNF'd again because he just loves it. He's a tenth and a half on Nisev already in Sector 1. Nisev really doing so well. Oh, Bryn has not done his telemetry. Brinny. As Alex Mills coming around the final corner. Where can he put his Alpine? His teammate's currently in P5. Danny goes up into P7. Where can Mills go? As he crosses the line and he goes ahead of his teammate by 1,000th of a second. That is crazy for him. Jesus Christ. And nice. Right. Next one to do a lap. Will it be Adam? As he was slower in Sector 1. I don't think this is a good lap. So he'll be starting one. Now I guess. Yeah. Okay. So we'll watch on with Adam as he's rounding through the first corner in the Red Bull. A great comeback drive in the sprint, but not well. See if he can. Well, not really do the same again because I don't think he'd want to have such a bad quali this time. As oh, James has joined. I think he's going to help me because I'm so tired. Hi, James. I had myself deafened because I didn't want anyone to join. I didn't think you were joining. Yeah, I didn't think you were joining today. Fair enough. They can't hear you at the moment. Try now. Cool. Thank you. Yep.
Hello.
There we go.
Sorry. Anyone?
Try now. Silence. Cheers.
Sorry, I was trying to process what my mate messaged me.
Nice one. And Adam comes into the pits, decides not to finish that lap.
Who won the sprint?
Nisev.
Who came second?
Rio.
Where did Mercedes finish?
P like 4 maybe. Yep. Trixie, who got P3 in the sprint, goes up into P2. He is quality. Surely this guy gets a best seat mid-season.
Sorry, I knew someone once sent me a snap off from Wrexham.
Okay.
Right.
As
That's
Beatnik coming through. Senor Ghost there goes up into P9. Beatnik rounds the final corner. He had the most boring sprint race of his life. And we'll see whereabouts he can put the Sauber car. It's a pretty good lap. Goes up only P14 though. And next across the line is Slava.
Can I just ask a question quickly?
Oh, I'm not on Slava. What?
Because Wave got a qualifying ban. Does he serve it in the...
He serves it in the main race. Yeah.
Main race? What, he didn't serve it for
No.
I was wondering. So I was like, he's in the pits now, but... Yeah.
He's retired now. Bryn, do your telemetry. Do your telemetry. Bah, bah. I hate him. He comes into pits. And his teammate comes in as well. We're going to basically be getting a lot of people just coming into pits now. Daniel should be starting his lap. Not a very good sprint race for the Haas drivers, really, so... Halas is saying reset the graphics, but I'm not sure what one's wrong.
What needs resetting about the graphics, mate?
Yeah, I'm looking, and nothing exactly looks like it needs to be...
Oh, I see Eagle's face. Love it, that's why.
Hmm?
I see your face.
Oh, yeah.
Martin asked to join. I said no. Only 2 allowed.
Martin asked to join me as well, and I said no, because I just didn't want anyone. But you just have different...
I'm just him. Just different gravy.
Right. Been an okay lap from Daniel so far. Maybe struggling here a little bit more than he has in other tracks. Of course, he picked up a podium last time out. So
he did.
He's got good form for the Haas team. The Haas team trying to fight Aston for P5. When I spoke to the CEO, he said we can get P5. So this is yeah, it's crazy. As Daniel comes across the line, is good enough for P11. Adam, again, struggling in quali to just validate his laps. He's done a good Sector 1 though. He's half a tenth down on his teammate.
Bryn is saying it's on, so maybe reset the leaderboard.
I'm not going to reset it. I'm not going to reset it.
That's why
it'll just reset it in the race. Oh, a little bit on the grass there. Adam really struggling in quali at the moment, and I think he's slowing down on his lap as well. I mean, he's just not. I don't know. Just struggling.
If I say what I'd say, I wouldn't be allowed on this channel anymore.
Nice one.
I'm questioning why he's still racing, but yeah.
Who?
Adam.
Why?
He took out 2 people last week.
Did he?
Yeah.
Um,
Every corner he sent it and made contact.
oh, well, you're just bad, bro. Like, get a grip.
Whee!
Simon rounding through the final corner. And what can he do in the Williams? He seems like the Bradders was faster in the sprint. He's gone up into P6 though. That is a great lap for him. He's looking pretty good at the moment, which is great. Daniel coming into the pits. P.O. Harris is out on track at the moment, but just on an out lap. And we will watch Rio's lap, I guess. Because I know that you love Rio so much.
Oh, I do love Rio Harris. It's probably going to be his last race for Ferrari.
It is,
according to
bro.
himself. It is. He's going to Sauber, I'm going to guess.
Well, he did say about leaving last time. He said about it. And he, remember start of the season, he made a big deal out about it and was like, oh yes, I am leaving. James, fuck off! Oh my god!
Me?
Not you.
Oh, you said James. Well, Rio Harris is coming around the final corner. To the line he's going to go in the Ferrari. And it's an easy P2 for him. He goes ahead of Trixie's just a tenth, half a tenth off Nisev. I don't know where Eagle's gone.
Give me a minute.
Crashed out and then he's back. That's alright.
Sorry about that. He just decided to absolutely spam me with about 7 messages, which could have just been one.
Who, Nias?
No. Doctor.
That is Nias.
Oh, so we said something else.
Game for Nias. Weirdo. Anyway, Van Bergen's doesn't seem to be improving at the moment. It might be through this section, maybe just a slight bit off. I didn't see how they fared.
Nah, he's so slow.
1 and 2 tenths off, yeah. Doesn't look like it's going to be his lap now. There's quite a few people are on laps.
Yep, the two Astons.
Aidan Jones is one of them.
Yep, the two Astons as well are on laps. Beatnik somehow on a lap and went P15. I'm not really. Yeah, I think now.
Well, it's a very close top.
Yeah,
top
very.
16.
This track is normally quite close.
Yes, Jones is a tenth and a bit down on Nisev, who also didn't realise Adam, not going to say his surname, went up into third, but Aidan Jones round turn 9.
He's actually done a good lap though, Adam. He's actually done a lap, which is what he needed. He's been struggling for ages, as Aidan, a good sector 2, but still around a tenth and a half away from Nisev, as Nisev gets a faster sector 2 right behind him. So Nisev on an unbelievable lap behind Aidan.
Just be trying to extend his way at the top. Here comes Jones to the line. Where will he fare up? P2!
So close
to Nisev. And then Nisev just gaps him even further. Great lap there. Now it's someone.
Rio.
Zwar. Oh, Harris. He goes into third. No, he was already third.
Lots of people coming across the line to finish. Daniel goes to P11. Danny coming across the line. He is good enough for P5. The McLaren of Dylan. Nope. The McLaren of Slava goes up into P2 as well. 2.5 attempts down. Trixie next across the line. He's been good here so far. He goes P4 as well. So, I believe that is everyone. Alex Mills might be able to improve. But Yeah, no,
No.
Dylan might have made it.
He'd just done a
No,
lap
he didn't.
beforehand.
Yeah, I mean,
Just a
yeah.
cool down lap for him.
So, I believe, out of everyone,
That is the end of qualifying,
it
isn't
is
it? Yeah.
again another pole position for Nisev. Again, really showing he's got pace here today with another pole.
Yeah, he didn't start off too well, I believe, when Pravatox was at Red Bull alongside him. But when Pravatox left, um, he took the main driver role on, and he's seeming to prove why he's got it at the moment. Getting some good performances coming out of his car.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
won. No, he didn't win actually. Yeah,
yeah,
no, he
he's been
hasn't
very
won yet.
consistent over the whole season. He just had a really bad Saudi race where he got DNF, but he's got
Yeah,
P5,
and
P7. He missed
Bahrain, he only
Spain,
got
and
eight.
after that he got P2 in Austria and P3 in Britain, and then P5 in Belgium as well. He has been
Yeah,
very, very quick. So yeah,
the
there is
reason
pace
he's
for him,
second.
and there is a reason why he is in the championship fight, and the reason why he has a good chance to gain a lot of points on Elias here. Um, but really, I mean, the championship fight this season's really strange because you've got Nisev in P2 with 66, Bryn Evans in P3 in the Aston, and then Trixie, then
Trixie
Paco.
P4.
You've got one of the top six cars in the top eight. Two of the top four cars in the top eight, with McLaren and Red Bull first and second. Then you got an Aston, a Racing Bulls, a Haas, another Aston, two free agents who
Is
were
Edward racing
Mercedes and
today?
Red Bull. To be fair, he is not.
Who's racing instead? Cause that's what I was gonna
Reuben
say.
Parker,
Reuben Parker, he did quite well last time out.
he won.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But yeah, the Mercedes of Mintoki when she was at Mercedes was second in the standings quite easily at the time because they were the ones that were very much Elias's competition, but not at the same time.
The
They were
next
the one that
best
just
thing.
sat in their own. Yeah, they ran off themselves, but in second.
Well, Wave was very close to Elias. I think in Spain it was, and
Yeah, but they were both in the McLaren
McLaren.
then, weren't they?
So that's like
Yeah, he got
equal.
second in Spain. And then before that in Sauber he had a DNF in the Williams. Then he second place in Spain, and then Austria and Britain both DNFs, and 1 point in Belgium. Formation lap begins. Vazalenko, Rambo, and someone else. Daniel all go for the hards, and then everybody else on the grid elects to go for the mediums. Will we see the one-stop pulled off by anyone today? Only two Mercedes drivers have attempted it this week, of Renz and, I believe, Nico. So will it just be Mercedes tradition for either Jones or Wave to do it? Because Wave maybe has the race to just gamble being down in 20th. What do you think, Eagle?
Well, he didn't. Well, he's probably not going to go for it, mate.
He
Who
might,
knows?
considering he's further back and it can maybe gain him a bit more time
He might.
if he just like avoids all the chaos of when everyone pits. He gets his own free,
Won't avoid the chaos of turn one.
fresh air. Yeah, I know, but you know what I mean. Like when everyone pits and starts battling.
Yep, you're doing the start.
We haven't had that much chaos. Okay.
We haven't had that much chaos yet. I've had 14 documents for each of the divisions so far.
Oh, we have actually, haven't we? It's just all really been turn one.
No, a lot of it's been ghosting as well. Like, we have this weird issue at the moment with the ghosting. It just feels like it ghosts for turn one, no matter like for ages.
Yeah.
And then, but it's not. It's like ghosting, but it's not ghosted. Like yeah.
Only ghosted on one side.
Yeah. So then you end
I've
up
had
with
that where
people.
I've been absolutely
Yeah.
straight lined into the first corner.
Yeah, you end up with people driving through each other, and you're like,
Yeah.
just don't do it. Anyway, down to you.
Yeah, if you see someone's ghosted, don't always try and go through them. Unless it's like... Anyways, the lights are turning on. It's 3, it's 4, it's 5 red lights. It's lights out and away we go. It looks like a good start for Nisev. Not very good start though for the McLaren of... I can't remember who. But it's Jones going around the outside. It was a slight mistake by the McLaren. And that allows Trixie up into P3. No, that's not Trixie. Sorry, that's a Ferrari of Rio Harris, who's found his way up into P3. And McLaren struggling behind, holding everyone back to let this front three run away. As there goes the other Red Bull, trying to make a move on McLaren. I'm really bad at names. I apologise. Trixie just sitting behind there.
There you go, buddy.
Adam. Yeah, it's Vazilenko that's in 4th. He's managing to catch back up to Rio Harris.
Oh.
Adam's trying to hold off Trixie now.
Bradley's round.
Swapping at the back.
Bradley is now at the back.
Oh. Williams have done well to not DNF yet this season. This week. Maybe I spoke to you soon. Wave found his way up into P16 already in this race. Good stuff from him. There's a slight wheel locking between Van Bergen and Daniel. Nothing too major though. Van Bergen stays ahead and nearly gets past Simon then. But it seems to have calmed down a bit with Nisev and Jones running away from Harris. Quite a bit at the front.
Yeah, but
and he's got away from Vazilenko slightly.
Parker's had a pretty bad start as well, dropping down to P19. Just making the move on B-Nick, who seems to be struggling this week. Not as good as the P6 he had last time out. As we now go and focus on the front guys, as you see, it's all still pretty close. The top 3 maybe pulling a little bit away from Slava at the moment, who is on the hard tyres, so it's understandable why he's slower in this phase.
Yeah, Brad has got back past Beatnik now, so he's trying to recover this race for him.
Yeah, luckily
Simon
for him,
wanting to try and keep his team afloat.
Yeah, luckily for him, he didn't like fully DNF or like, you know, get wing damage or anything.
Fall back too far.
Yeah, he was still in the fight at the back, so it's still it's recoverable. Because we have the DRS train from first all the way down to last. That is insane. Everyone within DRS. And will we see people struggle to overtake? At the moment, it's looking like Aiden Jones is going to be maybe a little bit under pressure from Rio, but by the end of the straight, he's okay, as Rio sets the fastest lap as well. Maybe burning a little bit more ERS.
I don't know why, but that Ferrari keeps looking like the race symbols. The colour saturation.
Gang, you're like...
I am also blind.
Blind, yeah.
No, I'm not colourblind.
Yeah, Aiden Jones really is trying to stick with Nisev, but he has also got Rio Harris right behind him, who's been quick so far. He was quick in the sprint, and he's looking pretty quick at the moment. Slava's looking great on those hards at the moment, to be honest. As I was saying that, Rio makes a little mistake there, runs a bit deep. Round turn number, what's that, 9, I think?
Yeah, 9 and 10.
No, 10, yeah. And under pressure from Slava, dropping back a lot as well. So now he's going to be under pressure into turn 1. And I think that was a bit of a blunder from Rio. It kind of came out of nowhere, really, because he was doing pretty well. And then just ran a bit deep into that corner.
Yeah, he might drop out of DRS here.
Yeah, he's struggling to stick very close to Aiden Jones. Luckily enough for him. Luckily enough, he has still got DRS. He's starting to close that gap back up, so he'll be okay next lap. But that was a big...
Bryn Evans has had a great start, but he's under pressure from Dylan, who were going side by side a bit further down.
A bit of contact as well. They're squeezing each other as wide as they can go. Dylan down the inside through this very fast turn 7, and Bryn's going to try and hold it around the outside. That's a great move from Bryn, and he holds the move on Dylan. Dylan has to settle for P11. That was a great move from Bryn through that far section
Bryn's
as well.
made up 5 places now. 15th, I believe.
I think he started 10th.
Bryn? No, he started 15.
He started 14th, yeah.
Oh,
15th.
I was closer. I win.
It said up 4. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's 14. As Wave moves past Daniel there up into P15. Haas definitely struggling around here more than they were struggling than they've been, of course, not struggling around other tracks.
Yeah, Rambo and
maybe
Daniel swap.
as it's all
Everyone's
settled down.
still in DRS.
Yeah, it's settled down
Boring.
a lot. Everyone just sitting in a
Come on,
huge
Alex Mills,
DRS straight.
Do your Mills work if we're watching it. Wait till he gets near Rio Harris, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Alex Mills versus Rio Harris. It is the rivalry we love.
Fighting for championship last season. This season they're fighting to not get relegated to the championship, it seems.
Yeah, definitely not been as good this season. It's been a bit more difficult for the pair. They've been struggling, and there's been a lot more competition, I think, coming into the season. There's a yellow flag, and that's Rambo round again. Rambo just loves it. Reuben Parker as well, dropping back 2 seconds this lap on wave. I'm not really sure why.
Well, at least we don't have the DRS train anymore. You've got 2, and then Rambo thinks he can be his own, but he's not fast enough to be a train. He's more like...
Yep, as Simon's dropped out of Senior's DRS as well. As up front, Aiden Jones working with Nisev to try and stay ahead of Rio. This lead pack just sit in a long train.
All of this may be actually playing into Vasilenko's hands.
Yep.
So it's a great move there by Bradders on Parker, because Vasilenko just be saving those tyres on the hards, go for his alternative strategy. Maybe if he holds them off long enough, because the dirt may actually affect them, he might be able to get the one stop if he gets enough clean air. If he just stays with these lot, no one will run away, no one pit, and he'll have to scrap when they all pit. He'll just have fresh clean air to roam through.
Yep, I mean when you have a little look at the tyre wear, it's seeming like Nisev is doing the best out of the top guys, as there's a yellow flag. Rambo's round again. Rambo he was poor in the sprint as well, and he's poor in this race as well. Really struggling. But yeah, as we watch Slava a bit closer this time. Same with Rio, a little bit closer to Aiden, and Aiden a little bit closer to Nisev. They're all sitting within this train, and it's just about who can make that first move. As a Mercedes ghosted. That was Aiden, but very... Yeah, wait, the Mercedes was ghosted. Aiden's just dropped down to P4.
Interesting, maybe he tapped out of the game or something when he was on.
I don't think he did. I think he might have just made a little mistake. So Slava up into P3, which is of course great for him on those hard tyres, and now he has a chance at pursuing Rio instead. So that was maybe a mistake from Aiden into turn 1. I saw like a Mercedes ghosted. I was like, his wave pit, but no, it turns out that Aiden just made a mistake. That kind of caught me a little bit by surprise, can't lie.
And it's cost him as well doing that. Especially when he was in a comfortable second place. It allowed Nisev to have a bit of breathing room though, because look at the gap between him and Harris. Harris should get it back though with the DRS here.
Yep, as Alex Mills
into the pits goes Alex Mills.
Yep, Alex Mills pulling the trigger first. On lap 8, maybe a little bit early to be pitting in already, but
yeah, pit windows. What's it called? Lap 10 to 14 for the 2-stop.
Well, I mean, I guess he's going for a 2-stop no matter what, really. So
yeah, maybe going medium hard.
Well, that is the kind of strategy, mate.
Other people going medium hard medium or medium hard?
They'd only go for medium hard medium if they've used their hard tyres in the sprint. But hard is the best. If you're doing a 2-stop, that is the way to go, because mediums are just tragic.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point in the race, I think that Slava is probably the best off. Rio Harris, 61% tyre wear. Even, you know, look down to Paul, because he's on 70. So maybe that's why Alex Mills had to pit early, is because actually the Alpine's tyre wear is just so bad that he had to. As we look now, I wouldn't be surprised. Trixie comes in, same with Danny. So we're getting a couple people pit. Slava gets closer again to Rio Harris as well. As Porgs comes in as well, a lap later than his teammate. We'll see how the undercut goes. Slava all over the back of Rio Harris. Rio's tyres are, at this current moment, they are gone. So he needs to maybe try and get past him as quick as he can, just to clear himself up of any dirty air, and then he's just got Nisev to fight, which I reckon he can get past within a lap here. Or Slava makes a little mistake there, the dirty air just pulling him a bit closer, more to the curb.
Yeah, you don't want to get on curbs like that. They absolutely shred the tyres.
Yep, and that curb is evil as well, as Slava slides around that corner, really pushing at the moment to try and get past Rio. And I think he feels that this lap he could make the move, and I think we'll see Rio in this lap. As Rio should be doing a 2-stop because his tyre wear is pretty poor at this current stage. I think you'd change your strategy, because I mean he's going out again. He's got Slava right behind him. Slava's going to push.
Jones
he's not going to be able to get past though, as Jones has come into the pits. These three though have got a good gap behind to Adam now, about 1.8 seconds. So the gaps are starting to form as we get batches of people come into the pits.
Ghost and Bryn Evans also followed Jones into the pits. Let's see how Mills did, if he got an undercut really on Jones. He has.
That's close.
Oh wait, no.
No, he has?
Yeah, he has.
Yep,
just
Jones
about.
has slotted in between Alex Mills and Danny Zmore. So the undercut does work. It's very small.
Hasn't worked any time else this week. Nobody's been undercut.
It's very close, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yep, as Rio is really struggling at the moment.
Well.
He's almost out of the DRS. If we have a look at the tyre wear again, I reckon we'll see 80s, yeah, 78%. So his tyre wear is getting worse. And he just needs to maybe think about it. We could get a puncture, who knows?
Yeah, we saw Nico take his tyres yesterday to 90% at the end.
Yep, Rio will not be doing that. He comes into the pits on those very worn tyres. Adam follows him in as well. Who are we really trying to compare Harris to? Maybe still Aiden, which will now be like Trixie, I guess. Trying to see where he comes out. As I think he's going to be... I think Rio's going to be in a really bad spot here. Yeah, he's come out...
Going to be behind Mills.
Behind Mills. Mills has made that undercut work, to be fair. I think it was a couple extra laps. And now, Rio's behind Trixie as well. He's been jumped by Trixie. And he's down in P10 at the moment, which is like a net P5-ish. So, really, Rio has, I mean, with this strategy, getting undercut by so much, has lost a couple positions, but he will have better tyres at the moment, so he can kind of try and pull away from this group. But he's got to try and get past him first.
Battle. Jones is looking like attacking him there, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just Harris going a bit wide and Jones taking the inside line. Give him a bit of a fright. Nisev 3 seconds.
Oh, it's the glitch, it's fine. He'll get that removed.
What does it give all 3 warnings in one
It
go?
gives 3 warnings round when he comes through to the pits. Yeah, no, it happened twice and did 3, but they got removed. So, yeah, if he reports that, they'll get removed. So, treat of it like Nisev has no pen. It'll be interesting to see when Nisev comes out, because of course he was a lot further ahead of these guys, and actually Trixie and Mills have jumped him as well, and Rio close to jumping him. Nisev down 2 positions there from the undercut. However, his tyres are going to be in so much better nick, and he can maybe try and push it to the end as well.
Alex Mills has done a blinder, and he's allowing Trixie to actually try and push away here. Being the holder.
I don't want to push that.
So this is, who is it? Wave in P3 then we were looking at.
Yeah, I didn't mean to press the button, mate.
Oh, I was going to say. Will Mills help out Trixie maybe by accident? As Nisev got very close to the rear end of Mills then, but nothing happened. There's a bit of overtake then, stops. The RS doesn't help him that much. Gets such a nice entrance to the corner. Doesn't get the best exit compared to Mills. But now he's trying to gain it back while Mills is saving. He burns slightly. Now this is where we'll see maybe something happen. Because Wade's into the pits now, so is Simon. Daniel stays out. He's given the DRS to cars ahead. Sorry, it was Beatnik that did. And easy move for Trixie. Mills makes a bit of a squiggle on it. And easy for Nissev to get through and past Beatnik. Because there's a Williams out, maybe.
Nah, he's just crashed.
Oh, Bradders. He's just crashed and he's not out. Lucky for him. Into the pits he goes. Doesn't speed in, so maybe he's gonna just not retire to help his team. There.
Yeah, he would have retired, I reckon, at any other point. But
yeah.
I think there's a Ferrari. It's Danny. Danny's gone wide, and
very wide.
I think he might have reset to track, to be honest.
He did.
And he's got
no front wing.
No front wing as well.
It's not like the noseless Alpine from yesterday, though.
It's not looking very good for him. He looks like he could be finishing this race. What could potentially be a last race for Ferrari, with how much talks have been going on with that team. It could be his last race. The two McLarens have pits. They have pit at the same time as well.
Give it a double stack there.
As Nissev down the inside of Alex Mills. Alex Mills, turning in on him a little bit, allowing Rio to kind of do it. And Rio now versus Alex Mills, and he's made quick work, making sure they're not get too involved in that scrap. As Dylan's gone down to P15. Yeah, Danny's retires from the pits there, and no surprise. Nissev fighting with Trixie down the outside. And it's a great move from Nissev on those better tyres, and he's now up into P2 with Daniel ahead of him, who has yet to stop.
Yeah, what I was going to say is Vasilenko came out in P8 after that. He's put on the hards as well, so it's not like he's going to have the medium tyre advantage sort of thing. But yeah. Also, this Red Bull keeps making me think I'm seeing a V-carb, fighting a V-carb.
Yeah. Very strange with the amount of liveries, but it is good because their liveries look beautiful.
Yeah, I know, but they just brought them all on us in one go.
Yeah.
That's what surprised me.
As it looks like Nissev will retake the lead here, down into turn one. Trixie's got a great slipstream from Nissev, and he's going down the inside, pushes his as well. Rio Harris gets a bit of damage there from the Haas, tries to sneak a move, gets a little bit of end plate damage. You can see it there on the side, and now that was maybe a rushed move from Rio. He didn't need to make that move so quickly. I know he doesn't want to get held, but now he's got wing damage from it, so nice one.
And he gets past Daniel, not fully, now he does. And there we saw also, I think it was Vasilenko and Adam going side by side in the background, but they stopped. That was just coming out of turn 1 into turn 2 and 3.
So wave really up to P12.
Silly by
great. Yeah, I think Rio just decided he didn't want to sit behind the Haas and decided to go for a late move, and that caused the damage. It was silly, and I reckon he'll be regretting that now. Oh no! No, the Haas round and just collects Aiden Jones as well. That is so unlucky for Aiden Jones. He's now sat backwards with damage as well. That is so unlucky for the Mercedes driver. The Haas as well, just so unlucky, and we have a virtual safety car. But Alex Mills comes into the pits actually to surf one of his stops. So he can go to the end now if he wants. But it's so unfortunate for the Haas.
No front wing as well for him. I saw a dip in the gravel by Daniel, and then you could see the car just slowly
worm a little bit.
Whatever it's called.
Bottom out.
Bottom out, that's the one.
That's one, mate. Bottoming out.
But yeah, Aiden Jones just got collected by the spinning Haas. Oh god. You know our favourite league, Eagle?
Which one?
The one that the owner gave up.
Yeah.
He's just invited me to a new league.
Yeah, he messaged me saying about a new league. I didn't want didn't want to say anything. I haven't replied to him because he messaged me mid this, so we
Literally
are
just
now
messaged me 12
ending
minutes
the
ago.
safety car. It'll be interesting to see drive-through penalties, of course. We are racing again. Trixie's been really caught out by that virtual safety car ending, and now is under a lot of pressure from the damaged Rio Harris, who is going to try and make the move. This time we'll want to be a bit more cautious as he makes a move before even the start-finish straight. Vasilenko as well making the move on Adam. So, a couple moves being made to try and close, and I reckon they will really want to try and catch up to Rio because of the wing damage that he has. They can easily try and catch. They're already within DRS straight away, and Nistev isn't actually gaining that much on him, to be fair. Oh my god, this is just so beautiful.
What? The car?
Yeah, very light.
I just get distracted driving it though. Just all the little colour, but it's also really colourful, despite it being the majority of it white. You get me?
Yeah.
I couldn't play high brightness on that though.
You'd actually burn your eyes. Rio looking pretty good at the moment, by the way. With that damage, he's actually still looking like pretty competitive.
Maybe he's running very low wings, so it doesn't really affect him that much.
You do run, well no, you mean higher wings, but no, anyway. You do run higher wings here because of just the nature of the track. It is a more downforce heavy circuit, so you do run more downforce here. Maybe that's kind of helping him to just hold on to the car. Slava looks very quick at the moment. I think as well the Trixie tyre wear, maybe, you know, with 47% is probably also helping Rio a little bit, because Trixie may be feeling the effects of tyre wear now.
Saying that, Harris hasn't got that much of an advantage on him, 41%.
They've been very similar, I believe.
Oh, he's gaining a lot then, Harris. He gained 3% in a couple of corners.
Yep.
Vasilenko has the advantage.
Slava pushing Trixie round, and he'll kind of want to get past into this corner really, but I'm sure he'll wait until turn 1 to try and make a move. But was that a spot of rain I just saw?
Check the weather forecast, mate.
It said overcast last time and it still rained. It said it in the sprint. And it seems to me like
it's not supposed to be.
Yeah, end of the race. It kind of drizzled. There won't be rain. Slava going to try and shape up a move on Trixie. As he's got, he's made contact and he's now got damage. What is this? Why are these guys just not understanding like the length of their cars? This is so stupid. As Trixie's now, that's a huge mistake for him. Bryn Evans is up into P5 right now, and I mean out of everyone, it's looking like in the he's got 41% time. He's got a similar time to the cars ahead, but he's now up into P5 with 2 cars around him having damage. So he's looking pretty good. Just this is, I mean, yeah.
He's performed well in his Aston Martin. So has Trixie. Both have done phenomenally.
Yep, I wouldn't be surprised if we see movements for those 2 drivers.
Yeah.
I've heard that Bryn has rumoured interest. Yeah, it does seem that they deserve better cars. I mean, Bryn had the McLaren last season, but decided to leave for Aston Martin. So he's now looking all over the back of Adam, and it seems like surely he can make a move here into turn 1. He's going to pull to the inside. He's going to send the move into the first corner. There's a yellow flag. I'm not sure who that is. I think that's Bradley. Bradley getting lapped. Decides to stay out the way, really. There's Bradley having a bit of a torrid time here, down in P18. Same with Rambo. I will check and see if Rambo's left yet. No, Rambo's still in, to be fair. Bradders is just slowing down for everybody.
He knows he's just not DNFing, I think, at the moment. He's just going,
He
I hate
understands
this, but
that he can't.
I have to do it for my team.
Yeah.
Getting the Martin treatment when Sauber were the closest to it. What's it called? But their performances recently have done them well for money. As we also actually see Ghost in the top 10 at the moment. finally, after a few seasons of waiting, got his move to Sauber.
Yeah, he wanted one in season 5, didn't get it. Wanted one in season 6, didn't get it. Wanted one in season 7, and he got it.
Got it.
Took his time, but he did eventually prevail. So now we head towards turn 1. Are we going to see a move here? We've got Trixie going for a move on Rio Harris. He's going to make that move stick. Rio's going to try and hold it round the outside, but that damage is really going to affect. But Trixie loses the rear a little bit. It's going to be more under pressure from Rio. Rio's going to hold the move, and he's going to keep P2, sorry. Really thought that Trixie was going to be able to make that move there, but Rio just holding the outside line. Both their tyres are pretty similar nick, and are both pretty poor. As now Trixie's actually dropped back a little bit as well, and isn't pushing him anymore. He's now under a lot of pressure from Adam behind.
Adams drove a pretty good race today, to be fair, in the Red Bull.
He did a great sprint race. Like, he came back from P16.
Well, Wave's done well to be up into P7 at the moment as well.
Yeah, Wave's had a great race, to be fair. Bryn is looking all over the back of the Red Bull, though. And who knows, Bryn could end up in that Red Bull seat come the end of the Christmas period. He could be in that seat. No, I don't know. I literally do not know. As into turn 1, Rio not being under pressure as much this time, as Dylan has now overtaken Wave. These two kind of running their own little race here. Down P7, they just sat there. Slava doing really well with the damage. It's kind of like Rio with the wings. It's not that bad around here with the damage.
Oh, no.
What?
I've twisted my my drawstring in my hoodie's top bit.
Okay.
Like you know the drawstrings you get on your hoodie.
Yeah.
Hood thing. I've twisted the bit you can't see on the inside by accident. Fixed it, don't worry.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Rambo trying to fight Rio here. Don't know why. He's literally ghosted and everything. He's decided he wants to cause chaos. He just wants to be involved in this fight, I think. That's Rambo getting lapped, by the way, not anyone else. Is there? We'll be seeing a couple of people come in. That's Trixie and Rio. It's going to leave Bryn Evans a great chance to get past Adam down the inside. But Adam just with the straight line speed from the DRS. If you try that lap later, he hasn't got DRS. So, yeah, maybe early stops for those two. And I think that both have a medium tyre. I'm not sure about Trixie. Hard tyre, sorry. Not sure about Trixie. He does have a hard, so. Nisev having a great race at the moment, by the way. Just sat out front, not even worrying. Yeah, no pressure at all. Williams currently P9. Is pretty cool with Simon. James has disappeared. I don't know where he's gone, but.
Sorry, I was in a word of my own. Getting messages. 100 of them.
Right.
I got a whole one message. Not bad.
Nice one, man.
Mate, I get a message and I stare at it for 5 minutes trying to figure out what it means, even though it's okay or something like that.
Gang, this guy's stupid.
Yeah, I know.
As I've got a feeling
for Red
we are going to be. Oh, we've seen Adam come in. Bryn stays out. As Adam gets a 10-second penalty for speeding. That is no. Oh, that is so unlucky for him. Believe Mills again has done a great undercut as we start to have a little look at the tyre wear situation. I think we're going to be seeing a couple people. We're going to be seeing Bryn and Nisev, I believe, come in. Slava might push to the end.
Will there be a free stop for Mills?
What do you mean?
Because that is quite high tyre wear for 12 laps.
He'll do it anyway. Simon will come in as well.
Yeah,
I think Mills has been a bit weird because he's been on an alternate strategy really, because he pits so early. But Trixie lighting up the timing board with Harris behind him at the moment, down in P7. But yeah, is looking pretty fast. There's a yellow flag, and that is... Oh my god, that's Rio! Rio's round!
Harris.
And he's spun, and the Ferrari fumbled
as well.
as he's now dropped down to P13 under pressure from Aidan Jones. He has not had the greatest of races here, has he? And he is now, for his final time in the Scarlet Red Ferrari, he
Possibly.
It is.
We know what Rio Harris is like. I'm leaving.
Yeah,
I am
true.
not leaving. Don't know what you mean.
As Adam retires as well, leaves the session, he decides that 10-second penalty is not worth it. That's a shame, to be honest.
In the top 10, surprisingly, so
Yep.
he's done phenomenally to
Nisev as well has come behind Alex Mills again. Alex Mills, the strategy has been great. The problem is that now he'll be a bit behind.
Hold on. Yeah. Bryn Evans is actually catching Vazilenko for a move, maybe.
Slava
They're
maybe
getting
conserving his tyres at this point, though. As Bryn is on 71%,
We know
he
he
will
isn't.
not make it to the end.
I reckon
Yeah.
he's got one more lap to try and put pressure on Slava. You know what Bryn's like. Yeah, like or he'll just dive in. Yeah,
Yep, as both come
Slava's
into the
dived in.
pits. Slava coming in as well is very strange, making sure
Bryn
that they
slows
don't speed.
down very
Alex
well.
Mills, are we back in season 6? Because this guy is about to take the race lead. He's taken the lead
Go on, Nicky.
for about a corner. He's taken.
I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
The second you said that, I saw you said me.
Alex Mills takes the
Perfect.
lead for about 3 seconds, not even that maybe, and then Nisev takes it back on those new tyres. Simon up into P3 for Williams. This is generational. Aiden gets a 10-second, retires from that race.
What's it called?
What?
Vazilenko actually had a slow stop and has come out 4 and a bit seconds, nearly 5 seconds behind.
Maybe. Oh, he
Bryn.
fixed his wing, mate.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But he's still a slow stop.
No,
Ooh.
Simon's gone wide. Simon's gone wide. He was in the podium spot
It's
for
going from bad to
for that
worse,
little bit.
Williams.
His tyres are on
Hey.
67%. Ah! But his tyres are pretty dead. But I think we'll see him pit. Oh, I think we'll see him pit as long as he doesn't retire.
Yeah, it's unlucky.
Trixie up into the podium spot again, and now he has no pressure at all because of Rio deciding to bottle. So, I mean, Trixie coming on for another podium. Jesus Christ. As Simon comes into the pits, doesn't get a 10 seconds, and he will enjoy his couple of seconds that he had on the podium there. As Bryn has got past Porgs, I believe. I think he was under pressure from Porgs. I'm not sure, actually. Porgs doing pretty well so far for the Alpine team. And even if we see, you know, Alex Mills pit again or get a puncture, he will still be in a good spot. So Alpine are looking to get some really good, much-needed points today. They're currently fighting in P8 in every single championship. They are P8, I believe. Haven't checked it this week, I can't lie. But yeah, they are
You are.
Alpine. They're P8 in every single championship. They're just so midfield. But I haven't checked this week after Belgium, so it might have changed.
Div 3, P8. Div 2, they're P8. Div 1, they're P8.
And
Combined,
overall,
they're P8.
yep, they are P8 in every single standing, which is pretty much where they're supposed to be. So, yeah. As Bryn sets the fastest lap, he is closing in on Dylan. Not a lot of 3 seconds. By the way, actually, come to think of it, there is no 3 seconds because Nisev has only got a 3 from the in-game glitch. There is not a single 3 seconds on the whole grid.
Sorry.
What?
There's a 100 million price tag on Trixie.
Jesus Christ. I don't think he's a... I think he's got a release clause. I'm pretty sure Trixie's got a release clause. Give me a second.
Oh,
I'll
that's
find
quite
this out.
funny, sorry.
Trixie literally deserves that, to be honest, because he is doing...
Not 100 million.
I mean, no one deserves 100 million, to be honest, but
His release clause is 65.
Then you pay 65 for him, and yeah, 65 million for Trixie. That is worth it. You're getting a podium driver in a racing ball. Yep, Dylan and Bryn have slowly been catching him though.
Some teams, probably the favourites that will go in for him, Red Bull, also
Bryn trying to make a move around the outside of Dylan. There's a bit of contact. Dylan getting all out of shape. Maybe a little bit of contact with Dylan, with Bryn on the outside. If Trixie was sold for 65 mil, that is the most expensive transfer by 20 mil. So
yeah, most expensive was Will Lewis, 45,
and Alex Mills.
And Alex Mills. Practically Will Lewis paying for Alex Mills. Who was that master negotiator that did that? Yeah, I'll be quiet.
So we've got around 7 laps left of this race. It's been pretty interesting, to be fair. Been quite a good race. Last couple of laps have been a bit more tame, more boring. But we had a really good sprint race as well. Div 3 sprint race was crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was weird. Say the least.
Yep, Alex Mills comes onto the softs, heads down into around P9. He's going to be, he's going to be outside the top 10, but Forks is still in a good enough position where Alpine do get that good points. So, Senor Ghost as well is in P8. I love how the Dr. Killian really does think that Trixie will stay, but when you get Red Bull message you and say, would you like to join, what is going to stop him from saying yes?
Probably the fact that 100 million.
Well, it's 65, mate. So
yeah, I don't think he understands that the clauses can just
65, and you don't need to talk to the TP or CEO. I mean, yeah.
But then that poses the question: what do you do with your other drivers?
Right, Trixie again under pressure from Dylan and Bryn. Bryn very stuck at the moment.
If Trixie's 100 million, how much is Elias?
He's probably 150.
Nah, more than that. He's Mbappe worthy. 300. That's how much he goes for in FIFA now.
There's like an 83 rated card that goes for like over $1 mil, I'm pretty sure.
Probably really bad.
I don't remember who it is. Yeah, but I think no one's really worrying about tyre wear at this stage of the race. Porgs is the only one really.
About FIFA cards then.
Yeah, no one cares about tyre percentage, right? As Trixie looking very under pressure from Dylan. Trixie's tyres on about 40%. It does kind of seem like he might lose a couple positions here. Bryn looking a bit better off on those mediums as well. Dylan looking very close. At this thing, I think Trixie may lose. Go down to P5, I reckon. He'll go down. Sorry, P4.
Cameron Burgess own goal.
Really?
Yeah. he scored 3 goals this season.
Mons might No, he scored 3
That's
own
why
goals.
He messaged me Cameron Burgess.
He scored a brace against Man City or something, I think. As Bryn making a move down the inside of Trixie. Trixie does a little bit of contact. They go side by side round turn 2. And Trixie's going to try and hold it, but just can't. And Bryn moves up into P4, but Trixie got a good exit, but just couldn't capitalise on that. And Trixie is down now to P4. Up to P3, my bad, for Bryn. Now Bryn needs to try and catch up to Dylan again.
Bryn's showing very good pace at the moment. Dylan's done well to come up to P2. Can't remember where he started. He started down in like 9th or 8th?
9th, yeah.
Yes!
Good race for Dylan. He has been very, very consistent, very good over the course of this race.
It's not been some... It's it's not been the best race for three of the big teams though, Mercedes, Red Bull and Ferrari, in the sense of they're the only DNFs, or DNF in the pits, but we did see Wave gain up 14 positions so far in this race, from last to 5th as it stands. And Wave actually looks like they are in this DRS training, they are actually just about holding in. So maybe Wave might get into the equation at the end to capitalise on Trixie's tyre wear. Snatch away P4 for a great recovery drive. But at the moment, we are more focused on the front runners as Bryn is closing in on Dylan quite a bit. Trixie's a lot closer to Bryn, but not actually, because now here's Bryn looking for the move up into turn 8. No, it is 9. There you go, I got baited by it. And it's a brilliant move. But he's still there, I believe, Dylan. Looks for the wide to go for the switchback. It was a karting move a bit then by Bryn, using that karting experience, and he's going to go for the DRS overtake. He backs out, saying maybe I'll go for it on the straight. This is allowing Wave and Trixie to be right up in this battle as well.
And Slava as well is now right at the back of this.
Oh yeah, Slava
Dylan
as well.
Basically has slowed down them two to try and bring his teammate into the fight. As now we look for moves. Wave is going to try and look for a move on Trixie. Bryn's going to try and look for a move down the inside of Dylan. He's made the move stick. Wave's going to try and go down the inside of Trixie as well. There's contact as well. Wave started last. He's now up into P4, but Trixie's got the inside for turn 3, the banking. Trixie's going to have the better line through the corner. Bit of contact there, almost. Oh, Trixie almost ended up in a wall there, I reckon. That could have been bad. But Trixie holds on to P4 just about. Dylan's going to be pushing pretty much Bryn around this circuit as well.
Yeah, the inside line is very important when you're going through that first banking section, because it's the optimal line.
Nice one, mate. That really hit.
To say the least. Pardon?
Oh, no, I said nice one. That really hit.
Yeah. I didn't know what to say. Yeah. That's the end of the DRS. Dylan stays behind, doesn't... Maybe we'll see a move here again from him now, on going for the reverse, as what Bryn did to him last time around. It's been a very, very quick lap, this one, it feels like.
Yep, as we're on to the penultimate lap now.
Dylan, over.
Yeah, I think Bryn is playing the waiting game, and he knows that the last lap is going to be the one for him. If he can stick close enough to Dylan on the final lap, he can easily try and get past into turn 1, like we've just seen Dylan do as well. This is all going to be down to the final lap. We're going to be watching Nisev come across the line, then we're going to have to instantly switch across to this fight. This is insane. I mean, any driver out of this top 6, sorry, could get that P2's position. But I think it's going to be between Dylan and Bryn. As
Don't count Trixie out though. No, there may be a bit of contact going into turn 1 between these two, spewing 1 or 2 of them wide. And Trixie may just take advantage of that. Bryn seems to have made a slight mistake there, going a bit wider than he wanted to, losing time, but he gets better in the brake and absolutely sends the car, throwing it around the corners at the moment. Got a slight battery advantage on Dylan. Dylan gets the better exit. It's all about using that DRS and ERS to his advantage before we get to the start-finish line to get onto the final lap. Doesn't look like he's close enough though.
He's not. He's not been able to make the move. That strategy of letting him pass maybe backfiring a little bit here. Not a single one movement in that top 6. So they just had to hold position, and I think it could finish like this. I don't think anyone's really got an advantage on anybody. And, well, that was a bit of an anticlimactic last lap. Oh, there's a battle going on at the moment for last points playing position, which is Simon versus Ghost. Williams versus Sauber. Williams, desperate need of points and money. They've just gone into P10. That is huge for Williams. Sorry, just crazy.
Here we go. Will Bryn be close enough this time? It doesn't look like it. It's more Trixie versus Wave here for that 4th position. Just behind is Wave's very close to Trixie. Trixie's not far away from Bryn to get that perfect toe, but here comes Nisev round the final corner in the Red Bull, weaving his way as he wins in Netherlands. For I believe the 2nd time this season he's won now.
Yep.
As round the final corner goes Dylan and Bryn. Dylan picks up P2, Bryn P3, Trixie P4, Wade P5, Vasilenko P6. Mills has done well with his alternative strategies, and he looks like he'll be coming home in P7. He did pit one more time, he did the free stop, and it worked out for him. P7 for him, 8 for Harris, 9 for Paul.
And
And
it's
Simon gets P10
10th for Williams.
for
We have got
Williams.
Williams points. We've
11th
sacrificed
for
Sauber
Ghost.
points for Williams points. That is
Van
crazy.
Bergen 12th. Parker will be 13th. 14th goes to Daniel. And Beatniks in 15th. Bradders, the last one to finish. But Rio Harris, not the best finish for Ferrari. Scored him 4 points in the end. But it's not what he would have wanted to do, to be honest.
Nope. As he most likely says goodbye, but who even knows about Rio, to be honest? He could be lying. But yeah, that was as he leaves the session instantly. Nisev
Who's that, sorry?
celebrating in style. As the Red Bull teams celebrate another successful race for them. They started the season so poorly, but over the last couple of weeks have really picked up a lot of form. As we have a little look at the final race results, and that is Nisev. Ignore that 3 second. I'm sure he actually probably won't even appeal it, to be honest, because it doesn't matter. But that
Well, he
is,
might get a pen for something we didn't see.
I mean, he's not
Maybe
seen
just
anyone, fella.
taking
But
precaution.
there you go.
Yeah, true.
We've got everyone there with 3 DNFs there with the main guys, and we'll just quickly get race director for everybody. It's not really much, to be honest. It's looking pretty good, and we'll actually go and see that Nisev. You see on lap 11, 3 warnings and a 3 second for coming into the pits. EA, fix your game. Right. Well, we've finished half the season. Half the season's done. Well, more than half technically. And we are now at the mid-season break. So we have got a lovely 2-week break away from RFC. Of course, Christmas time next week for anyone who celebrates that, and then New Year's the week after, and then we return on the 7th of Jan, I believe. So we have a lot of time between now and the next RFC race, and yeah, what a season it's shaping out to be. Over all 3 divisions, it seems that we have something to fight for.
Well, the transfer window opens in 3 hours and 10 minutes.
Yep, the transfer window, which I reckon I could do some predictions for what the teams will be. Instead of doing an
Should
interview,
we hear?
just do like
Yeah, let's hear your predictions. Come on, Eagle. Let's say your transfer predictions. What? Waffle. No, transfer predictions, mate.
um
He's lost it. He's lost the plot.
um
It's not even central. Move it slightly. 2 touches left.
oh wait, I've just
Nope.
realised there's numbers, mate.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Yep. Nope. Keep going. Left.
That is central, mate.
Keep going.
No, that's central, look. Oh, you can't see. It's 581 both sides. So that's central.
But yeah.
Okay, right.
The RFC's not central. But anyway.
Well, it's because of the size of it.
Come on. Let's hear Eagles transfer predictions.
Okay, I need to get the teams out 1 minute. I've got this feeling inside my bones. I believe that in McLaren we currently have Elias, Dylan, and Slava. I think that Elias will stay, Dylan will stay, and I think Slava will stay as well because he's had lots of opportunities to race. Ferrari, I think I reckon they I reckon
Harrison's
they
staying,
change it
let's be
up
honest.
fully. So I reckon Rio and Andre leave. I reckon Danny leave as well. Either
Who comes in?
given the boot or that. So I reckon they signed someone as a reserve. I'm not sure who, to be honest. But I'm gonna say that they signed the two Aston Martin guys. I reckon they signed Edward and Bryn in the Ferrari. Um,
Interesting.
with Mercedes, you've got Edge. I think stays as a reserve because you bum him, and then you've got Aiden and Wave.
Only because he's the goat.
I reckon Aiden
I
and
love him.
Wave stay as Mercedes drivers. I can't see Mercedes getting rid of them. Um, yeah, Red Bull only have Nisev and Ray. I reckon Nisev stays. Ray turns into a reserve, and then I reckon they sign Trixie. I reckon Red Bull get
Ray
Trixie.
isn't a reserve?
Ray is a main. I reckon they
Yeah.
put yeah.
You think Red Bull are going to pay money? They're going to pay money
I
when
reckon
it's
they'll pay
Piggy in charge.
65 mil.
It's Piggy.
In Aston, they'll keep the reserve that they've got now, and they'll sign.
You're missing Red Bull, mate. Oh wait, no,
I've
you've just done that.
just done Red Bull, you melt. I
Yeah.
reckon
No, don't matter.
Aston signs someone like maybe Beatnik. Um, Beatnik and like Alex Mills or something would be quite funny.
I
Um,
think Alex Mills will stay
I don't know.
because I think
No,
Rio
I
Harris
think.
said he wants to race alongside Alex Mills at Alpine.
Mm, I've heard Rio
The last time
Harris
that
and.
happened, oh,
However,
I was told I was joining Alpine, but I am not.
yeah. However,
Oh no, it was Williams.
Porgs has just had a pretty good race for Alpine, and DropX has had a great season so far. Like he's had some really good
They're
performances.
selling DropX.
Yeah. I mean, he had a podium at pre-season. He had 16th, 15th DNF12, and then a DSQ. It's not actually that good, but then he had a P4 in Belgium, so it's like, yeah,
That was a very strategic race.
yeah. So I don't know, but I reckon there's a couple things that could happen. Trixie will leave. I reckon Van Bergen will become the main. It'll be Van Bergen. Lowell becomes a reserve, and then I reckon like someone like Daniel will sign from Haas to Racing Bulls. I
Yeah.
reckon they get rid of
He got the move up as well
DropX.
in
They
Division 2
sell
or
him
something.
to someone. I don't even know. Maybe Sauber because
Places
Beatnik
Alpine.
leaves. So maybe Sauber, and then Rio goes to Alpine. Haas are
Hmm.
going to stick with Paco, Rambo, and then I think Beatnik. Uh,
You've just put Beatnik in Racing Bulls, mate.
oh, sorry, I thought I put him in Haas. So they'll go for someone else. I don't know, Malachi maybe, and then Sauber will just be
They might go
Senyogo's
Simon actually.
Marley Webb and
Simon might get a seat.
oh Simon deserves one to be fair. Yeah,
Maybe he'll go to. Well, no, they can't actually afford it. They can only afford to sell at the moment.
yeah. Williams can't afford anything, mate. I reckon. Oh, did I? I didn't even say Williams, did I?
No.
Um.
Tastes the same.
Yeah, Williams don't actually do anything, mate. They just go bust.
Yeah.
I reckon Williams becomes. Jake Fluck gets dropped because obviously he's inactive. Um, Bradley
Yeah.
stays. I hope Bradley stays at Williams because they need something. Bradley got unlucky here.
If
Um,
Jake Foot gets released, they're going to have to take a 1 million penalty each time, aren't they? But they
uh,
can't afford to sign someone.
well, they'll get like five, however much they get for him, they'll get 50%, which I think is quite a lot because Jake Fluck was 15 mil. They get like 7.5 mil. They'll be able to buy someone, or they firm
Maybe, but
going in
that'll
bankrupt.
mean they've got that'll mean they've like 2 million off
Yeah, but
bankruptcy when
if
they
they
sign
sell
someone
someone
new.
like Malachi, this is only Div
Malachi's
1
not
by the
going
way
to
because
sell.
we are in Div 1,
That's the
bro.
problem. That's the problem. Yeah,
I'm talking to
that's the
mine.
problem. Will Malachi sell? Because he's not performed very well so far. I think they might have to bank on selling Bradders because of how well he's done
Yeah, they
over
might
them
have to
few
drop
DNFs.
Jake, sell Bradders, sell Malachi, and have a full new lineup. All my fellas hope that Williams survive, but I've got a feeling we come back after the break and Williams are maybe like out. I got a feeling. Bradders, I reckon you go to. Where does Bradders go? No, you Bradders, you'll either stay at Williams or you'll get sold somewhere. So I reckon like Bradders goes. Where do you reckon Bradders goes? Maybe someone like Aston. To be fair, Aston would be a good pull. Because I said that Alex Mills would go there, but I don't think he would. Yeah, I reckon he'd go Aston. Bradley to Aston. It's probably a good pick. James has gone. Nice. And then Malachi would go somewhere like Sauber. I don't want anyone in the VC brew. Go away. Okay, there are a lot of people waiting. We're just going to have a nice little...
Oh. Oh, hello.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, fuck.
Hey!
Most of the time when I invite
Welcome back.
everybody, this is going to end up well. Alex Mills, why don't you take out fucking Rio, you dickhead?
Huh? What?
Why don't you take out Rio? You had like 3 chances where you were near each other and you didn't take each other out.
Why?
Gang, you need to shut up as well, Rio. You are awful.
I muted
Did you not? Have you not seen what
other than
happened?
Alex.
Igor, have you not seen what happened to me?
I can't really remember. I'm pretty sure I watched it happen.
Looking Ferrari
yeah,
chat.
muted them.
Looking Ferrari chat. I got
Oh, let's-
twatted by a Red Bull.
Oh, let's have a look, shall we?
See what
Hi.
happened in the sprint?
I wasn't even supposed to be here.
Gang, that
Hi.
didn't
What's the
happen. That didn't happen, bro.
Chat mine 3, please, Ben.
Rio is washed. Oh, Bryn's just been...
Right, no, they've all been muted now properly. Go on, Alex, take it away, bro.
Yeah, I've done Rainbow Challenge and finished in front of Rihanna. It's not that you speckle.
You're actually doing the rainbow. You didn't do the
he
entries.
did every time. No, that doesn't count.
The rain, well,
Next
no, the
time.
rain never came. What am I supposed to do there?
Maybe the last 2 laps.
Nah, I wanted to attack Harris, mate.
You know what? For that, you're gone.
Wow, that
Rio
was really
Harris's
cool,
turn.
man.
Go, Rio Harris. Where you going, pal? What team?
I'm joining Alex.
You going to Alpine?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks
I
for
hope he
that.
smokes you in
You
equal
go.
machinery. Oh, okay.
Nisev. Nisev, are you staying at Red Bull?
Gang, why are you just like asking those?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Loving the time.
You love it. Oh,
Gang, do you reckon
yeah.
you could fight with Elias for the championship? This because he's missed 2 races now, so
Well, if he misses loads of races now,
miss a
then
couple more. You know,
yes.
just keep going. Just keep going.
I'll try. But if he does all season, then yeah, can't fucking compete with that.
Just give
so,
up.
Yeah.
No, I think he
How
hasn't
far up
raced
your
in
mouth is your
another
mic, by the way.
league. He hasn't raced for a while, so I reckon he'll slow down a little bit.
Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah,
I swear to God, Trixie just said Div 1 was the dirtiest. I've seen 2 tickets so far. If I see another one... Also, are you going to get your 3-second removed? Because I saw you got the bug.
Yeah, I was so shocked. I never
Yeah.
didn't
No.
even get a track
Mm.
warning.
We had it twice in Div 3.
Ah, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I've never had it, so.
So
Literally-
I don't need to open a ticket for it.
No,
so.
you still do. Yeah, no, you still do. And
Ah,
just be
There's no
like,
point though, is there? 'Cause
honestly,
you
low-key,
won by
just-
11
Yeah, I won
seconds
about
it.
just literally put it in if you really care about it. Like, just put it in and be like, I
You've
got
won the race
an
anyway,
unfair
mate.
3 for
I'll have
this. And I'll just be like, yeah, I'm removing it. Because I literally looked at the race director and was like, yeah, all 3 warnings. It's so stupid.
Yeah, it's stupid. Fucking shit ass game.
EA, fix your game, please.
Anything else to
Yeah.
add for him?
Nah.
No? Okay.
How?
You're gone.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Van Bergen's turn. We're leaving Bryn till last because Bryn's a poopy
hey.
pants.
we love Broom, bro. Take
Van
it back.
Bergen, bro.
Take it back.
Yo,
No, 1 minute Van
What's
Bergen,
that?
mate.
You staying
1
at
minute
Racing
Van
Bulls, Van
Bergen.
Bergen?
James, fucking
Alright, I
take
take
that
it
back,
back.
you dickhead. Yeah, it's my fault.
There you go.
Good boy.
Are you staying at Racing Bulls, Van Bergen?
very difficult, guys. Not gonna lie.
So he's been
Yeah.
held jumping. You love Mr. Marinakis.
When you see what Trixie is doing with the car, you know, it's just crazy, and
You just look
I
like
can't
you're
follow, not
awful,
gonna lie.
but yeah.
Yes, I swear it's so difficult, mate.
You're like, how are you driving so quick? And he's like, yeah, well, you just drive the car, man. And you're like, yeah, cheers, mate. Like,
Yeah.
He's just
Yeah,
tired.
I think I need to improve on quali pace, but because race pace was fine, but yeah, no worries to be honest.
nah, you're not that bad, bro.
But yeah,
Alex Mills
yeah,
is
thank you
in
guys.
this division, bro. Like, you're not that bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you guys.
So's Bryn Evans.
Thank you guys for commentating and stuff.
Yeah, I'm so
Doing an
happy.
amazing
Bro.
job also.
I literally woke up
Yeah, not
and I
one
was
we
like,
trust.
why am I here? Why do I do this? And I have to do FIA stuff later, and I just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Are you going to stay at Racing Bulls then? You never like said if you were actually going
Yeah.
to stay. You just okay, you are. You might as well
I
carry
mean,
a teammate.
I want, I don't
Who's gonna carry the
know,
boats?
maybe, if I can grab a seat, but that will be very difficult. And at the moment, I'm good at reserve, I like this role, and we'll see,
That's
But
valid.
I don't think I will get any offer. But we'll see.
That's fair enough. I think a lot of
Thank you guys.
teams. Oh, okay, right.
No, keep going.
Let's see later, mate.
Oh, no,
oh,
I'm
you
disconnecting
idiot!
Oh,
I think a lot.
Merry
I
Christmas.
think a lot of
Bryn
teams
Evans'
this
return.
season
We'll
is
save
what I was
the
going to
worst
say.
till last.
I think a lot of teams have decided that they want to just stick with their like lineup a bit more.
Bryn Evans, where are you
Hi,
going,
Brady.
mate?
Where am I going?
Yeah.
I've no bloody clue.
I think I do. I think I already know.
Okay, message me then. And I'm not. I have no idea at the moment. To be
Oh,
honest,
really?
I'm either. It's to and froing.
Oh, then he hasn't told you then. Oh, okay.
James. After what you've just said, do you really think that's going to happen? After what you just said about me.
Yeah.
But my boo here, Eagle.
I
Josh,
love him so much.
backing me up.
Whoa, whoa.
Hey,
Yeah,
no,
on that note, have a nice day.
Oh, don't do that.
I hate
end
this
the stream,
guy.
Eagle.
I hate you, bro.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Okay, I hope
Happy
everyone
RFC.
enjoys their time off. And I hope you
Yeah.
enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button and turn on the notification bell so you are always warned. Or just sub to us, bro. Anyway, goodbye.